Hello there everyone! So today we are back on the Gameloft forums in the New Dragon suggestion section, and we are going to be taking a look at all the DML fan art that's come through in the last 2 weeks or so, because, I love looking at cool little artworks that people do of DML and just seeing the, creative dragon ideas that come up every now and then. And first off, we have one from Larissa, who has obviously posted quite a lot, and oh my god, first one, I love it, Ambulance Dragon. This is just like the school bus dragon, if you've ever seen that before. And metal, light, and fire elements are its typing. I mean, if it was a fire element, I can understand because it's made of metal, but at the same time, kind of makes me think that maybe it's on fire, which is kind of scary of an idea for an ambulance. Maybe that's just me. But then, if we keep scrolling down here, Mehmet has posted a ton of stuff on here. Like, so many of these ideas today are going to be coming from him. First one, we have the Queen Epic. So, just very pinky, very cool, weird crown. And then it's a fire, energy, and light dragon. And, even if some of these might not be, say, extremely, high quality or anything, it's the ideas that matter. So, even if you're someone that can't, say, use a graphics tablet or doesn't have the time to, that's not what's important. It's just the idea behind it. Here we have the monster with fire, plan, and shadow elements, and it just has kind of no eye, which is very terrifying actually, and just has a massive one on its body. I don't think we've seen a dragon where they've had eyes on different parts of their body. Maybe that'd be a little bit too freaky for the kids, but I think it's an interesting concept. Next up, we got the Smurf, which might cause some legal ramifications if it's trademarked. But water, light, and what is that? A void. Oh, of course, it just wasn't coloured in. Never mind my my old lady eyes that I apparently can't see, but I do love the little pose that we've got going here. He looks so angry. And the baby looks really, really derpy as well, which I enjoy. Next up, we've got the Cotton Dragon, which kind of reminds me of the Lamb Dragon, but, very blue. And I said this yesterday, but I adore this colour. And then we've got Water, Light, and Void again. So actually the same elemental typing, just a different dragon design. So I guess, submit everything that you can if you want that typing, and maybe eventually we'll get a dragon of it. Maybe. Next up, we got the Pooh Dragon, which is probably I don't even know how this would work out, but the Pooh's literally got a smiley face and two really happy eyes on it, which is a bit weird. Then we got Shadow, Water, and Earth. So, kind of childish, and the baby actually looks terrifying again. But, interesting ideas. That's what I love. I just love quirky stuff. Look at this corn dragon. He's just got a massive corn thing sticking out of his back. Who does that? I don't know. Mehmet does. And that's all that's important. So then we've got Earth, Energy, and Plant. So at first it was kind of reminding me of the Clay Dragon, but obviously we got the plant element instead. But vegetable dragons, also something that I like to see as well. Next up, more from Mehmet on the next page, we've got the Rose Dragon, Fire, Plant, and Energy. And another epic here, so pretty much everything we've seen's been an epic. I would like to see more rares and stuff for people to draw as well, because obviously I like seeing epics because they've got more elements than that, but if anything I'd rather have them be legendary than just all epics. But cool little flower on the sort of back of the dragon there. Next up, we've got the different body type here, which is the Nightmare Legendary. I was just talking about legends. So, Legendary, Shadow, and Fire. So, this is basically like a different plushie dragon then. But, if we just had an all blacked out dragon, I think that would be pretty scary as well. But, with the fire spurting out, I think that would actually be a really cool looking design. Again, maybe it wouldn't fit the theme of DML when thinking about how bright and colourful it is. And then we have Dreamy, which is basically just a more puffy version of the existing Unicorn Dragon, I suppose. But Legendary, Void, and Light elements right here. Obviously, we do already have a Unicorn Dragon in-game, but no bad thing about just submitting different drawings of, different designs for old dragons and stuff. but I'm not sure if they'd ever implement it. But this is just a place to share your ideas, show other people what you want to add. I actually love the idea of this dragon right here, Lazy Dragon. If you've ever watched In the Night Garden, this is basically just Iggle Piggle, I think. But void, water, and light. And yeah, we've got a little arrow pointing to the fact that this is his pillow, and he just snuggles with it, and then there's just a pillow on the egg. Maybe the egg could just be a pillow instead, just to make it even crazier. I think I'd prefer that, but I don't know why I like the idea of a bloody lazy dragon so much. And then we've got a king bee dragon, which is just looks like a recolor of the ladybird dragon that we already have in game, which is an energy, fire, and plant epic. But yeah, we don't really have that many dragon recolors either. Like, we've got the dark mech and the mech dragons and stuff like that. So maybe just having more recolors would be a good idea as well, just to give us more breedable stuff. I don't know, again, I'm just spurting off whatever. I do like looking through these. So Shadow, Void, and Wind for the Soul Dragon. And then there's all these spooky, like, Pac-Man looking ghosts almost, and then he's just sort of... I love the fact that he doesn't have a pupil or anything, so he's just kind of, like, not there. That makes him seem, like, brain dead almost, which I think is interesting. And there's just ghosts on the egg. Maybe just make the egg a little bit plainer, so that then you can hide the fact that he's going to be surrounded by spooky ghosts. But I would love to see, like, effects where there's, like, things following dragons more often, because, like, the alien has working pulses on his tail, and just seeing other stuff like that I think would be really interesting, actually. Next we got the lemon dragon, which is plant energy and water. Nice egg, I have to say, and fitting in with the fruit theme, like the melon dragon and the orange dragon. I think there is space for a lemon dragon. It just depends on whether you'd want actual lemons on his back, or you just want the whole dragon to look like a plain yellow lemon. But it would definitely work with the sort of theme of the old dragons as well. Then next up we have the Ursula, also known as Sea Witch Dragon, and this is a shadow, water, and wind. This is like such a common element given. I think it's just everyone wants a replica of the frostbite that just looks slightly different. But it looks like it's got... I don't know where this dragon has come from. I'm not sure what the things on its back are. Pardon me for probably being uncultured in that regard. But again, it's just a recolor or a reskin for the frostbite there. Now we have the Candle Dragon, which is the plant, fire, and energy, which is just a gigantic candle for the egg, and then just very bright pinkish. It seems like Mehmet likes his pink on some of his dragons, which, I don't think we got too many, like, really bright fluorescent pink dragons, so maybe we should try and push that in the Gameloft regard. You never know, might see it one day. Next up we have the Ice Cube, which is another frostbite recolor. And this kind of just reminds me of, I think there's an ice cube in Dragon City, how his entire body is just a massive ice cube. Obviously, this dragon here just has the ice cubes on his head and his back, but it does kind of ring bells and give me nostalgia for Dragon City days. Maybe that's just me, but, I can see where the idea came from, at the very least. And I think Mehmet's still got a few here, so we're going to keep looking through them. Again, this is why I wanted to do a video now, rather than, like, 2 months from now, when we have, like, another 60 to go through, because otherwise I would never keep track. And another sort of melon-themed dragon, fire, plant, and light. So this is just another reskin on the regular melon dragon. It seems like a lot of people want to see, like, the pips on the inside of a melon, rather than, like, the melon that we've got now isn't a watermelon. I think it's just like a, what's the white version of melon? Is it just melon? I don't know. I don't know my fruit, apparently. Anyway, I'll move on. We've got the basilisk, which is shadow, void, and plant here, which has terrifying teeth, and this kind of looks... the monster dragon that we got earlier, replace that with this egg, and I think that would be perfect, actually. Like, this egg looks like it is actually a monster with, like, the big horns and just, like, the terrifying teeth. I can see these being switcheroonied, and I think that would suit it even better. But again, this isn't my idea or anything, this is Mehmet's, and I'm not going to ask him to redo his whole ideas or anything, it's just, I can see that happening. Next up, the aquarium, which is a recolor on the chemistry dragon, which is, this one is a wind, water, and light element dragon. This one I really like as well, because look at the egg, it's just a massive sort of chemistry bottle with fish in it, and I love that idea. I adore this idea. I want to see like little animals and things moving around in dragons, because that sort of concept intrigues me greatly. And again, this is a recolor more or less, or just like a rework of a past dragon, which I also really like. Then we have the strawberry, another fruit dragon, fire, plant, and void here, where, again, I'd love to see the egg as just a full strawberry, because I love stuff like the sandcastle dragon. It's like, how can a dragon physically reproduce just a sandcastle out of its body? I don't know, but I want to see more of that. You get me? You get what I'm saying? And yeah, I would love to see more. So I know that we've got a lot of dragons where the sort of items that they represent are on their body, but I like them to be enveloped, like the watermelon dragon that we just saw, where like their fruit is all-encompassing on their body. Next up we have the troll dragon with the plant, void, and fire elements, and this is actually based off of those terrifying little children's toys from years ago. Like, look at the baby, terrifying. I hated these toys, and this is giving me bad memories. Why have you done this to me, Mehmet? These things, literally, they're so disgusting. Maybe he, like, had one in his room or something and was just copying off of it, or just, like, basing the dragon off of it. Either way, this is giving me bad vibes. I'm moving on for now. Next up, we've got a Medusa epic, which is Shadow, Fire, and Plant here, which has some, like, dancing snakes, which I would love that if when the egg is just there, we had dancing snakes. I'm not sure if they can implement that in-game, but, you know, I do like this idea. We've seen this a couple of times from a few different people, like, having an actual snake-looking dragon with snakes on its head. I think that would be pretty snazzy. It's like the king of the snakes, or the queen of the snakes, I should say. Next up, the spaghetti dragon, which is definitely an interesting concept with fire, plant, and energy. And instead of us seeing, like, the full spaghetti, is this meant to be like noodles, or is this something else that I'm missing out on? Either way, there just seems to be gigantic spaghetti mounts on the dragon's head and its back, which is definitely weird. Again, outlandish stuff, I love it. We have a popcorn dragon here, which I think we've actually seen a popcorn dragon suggested before, if I'm not mistaken, maybe. But fire, energy, and void here. So many of these dragons have void, and I am not a massive fan of the void element. That would suck if we got, like, 7 new dragons added and they were all void epics. Please don't do that to me, Gameloft. But again, just popcorn on his head, popcorn on his back. Weird. I love it. I love this weird stuff. And, you know, I'm sure we'll get to the end eventually. Just stick by with me. Next up, we got the swordfish, which is... It says it's an... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it says it's an epic, but I didn't think that there were 3 elements. But we got the wind element here, shadow, and water. You know, I would have liked him to be a rare, but at the same time, I guess it would be too similar to the Mercury. And at the same time, do swordfish dragons have a pointer, like their point and their nose, like at the same spot, or do they have it like underneath? Not sure in the real world, but you know, I would like to see something based off of like the swordfish design. I think that would be actually pretty cool. And then going in theme with Draco's Facebook dragon that we saw a little while ago, we also have this Emoji Dragon. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the previews of the Emoji movie and stuff. That disaster of a film, but here we have an energy, fire, and void epic, and he has like a smiley face emoji on his body, bright eye, like a big, big open eye, which I like, and then just some balloons on his back with the emoji faces. As much as I hate the thought of having an emoji dragon, I actually don't mind that design all too much. And then the final picture that we have today is one not submitted by Mehmet. All the others were, apart from the first one. We have this strawberry dragon, which I believe we saw a strawberry dragon before as well, but this is a light, plant, and fire epic dragon is what it looks like. I'm sorry I can't read all of this since it's not in my language, but again, fruit dragons, all-encompassing bodies of fruit. This is the kind of stuff I like, where like the whole head is a strawberry, the whole egg is a strawberry. This is the kind of design that I like, because rather than it just having a strawberry like on its back, I do like to see that every now and then for the wacky designs, but just having something where the whole dragon is the fruit itself, I really do like that. And again, I like this design here. I think it's really sweet and really cute overall. Look at her, she's got little eyelashes. Oh, I adore it. But yeah, we just went through like 4 pages worth of fan art there, so that is everything that has been posted over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So I hope you enjoyed looking through at least some of those designs, and always remember that if you want to post your own stuff, you can always do it yourself. If you want Gameloft to see some of your ideas and potentially put them in game, they don't have any obligation to do it, but there's always the chance that maybe they'll get an idea or want to base it off your design or something. And so just head on over to the Gameloft forums in the DML suggestions section and go to New Dragons. Simple as that. And then you can just go right to the bottom and just type whatever the heck you want to post. And easy as that. You obviously have to log in to do it, but if you ever wanted to share your artistic creations with people, you can do it here. But I should probably leave it there for now, but let me know which one was your favourite dragon or favourite idea for today. And again, if you ever want to post, don't be shy about your artistic ability. It's the ideas, really, that are more important than the look of the dragon itself. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.